Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Daniel. I'm Shepherd from Myanmar House Church, and today I'd like to share some grace from the three-chord prayer. My prayer points going into the three-chord prayer services was stemming off Pastor Song's sermon 2 weeks back, and it was able to experience, and my prayer point was to be able to experience the Holy Spirit of counseling and might. To be able to have guidance and experience doors being open as I entered the job market after 4 years of uni. I wanted to experience just at least in the slightest way of how the Holy Spirit can work in my life. So when larger situations arise, I can be able to set up my faith to overcome and grow my plate for God's kingdom. While praying sincerely, I was reminded constantly of relationship, not results. I was able to understand that the Holy Spirit desires a relationship, not results. I wanted the product of my labor and hours of 4 years of university, but God wanted me to reflect on all the times when I thought He was not beside me. He had already gone ahead of me, setting out my path and making known His plan for me. He made me meditate on the endless hours David would have put into shepherding his sheep to be prepared to fight Goliath, the endless days Joseph would have spent as a slave in Egypt to save his family from famine, the endless years the Israelites spent in the desert before the promised land. This allowed me to see the opportunity of the slow process of mastery to be fit for the purpose God has for me. Maybe as of now, I am not fit for the role He has for me. Does that mean I give up and fight my own battles? No. For me, it was a reminder to draw near and invite the Holy Spirit constantly into my life, to meditate on His word, pray, and draw near to His community, and to listen to His message. So whether to everyone else of the world the process may seem boring or unattractive, through my daily interaction with the Holy Spirit and constant act of dying to myself, as Paul mentions in Corinthians, I pray though in the scale of days or months it may seem like there is no progress, but over the years and decades I have allowed God to reshape the trajectory of my life for His kingdom here on earth. And I simply applied this. And I simply start this journey by saying, "Good morning, Holy Spirit," and allow Him to not be the passenger princess, but the driver of my life. Another thing that God made clear in me was the desire to do life with the people He has prepared. As embarrassing as it sounds, so focused on multiplying, I had confused myself on the calling God has for our community, to save the lost and make disciples. And what better way than doing life with them? As underqualified I am as a shepherd, being easily distracted by numbers and results, God just simply wanted me to stick by some people and do life with them. Again, I was reminded that it is not the results, but the relationship, the progress, the warm meals, the high fives after a long week, the interest we take in each other, the laughing, the crying together, and the community in the form of house church that God has prepared to change lives of many. That is what He wanted me to focus on, then all will be added. The three-chord prayer for me was a time to reintroduce a new master into my life, the Holy Spirit, a time to seek, cherish, love the moment and not chase the results. Because as far as I'm concerned, for me, muchness and manyness and being busy was the distraction and devil's temptation in my life. It was a warning during my changing environment into the job market that I had lacked the Holy Spirit in many aspects of my life. So as I continue this journey, please pray for me constantly to draw near just as He has already done. Thank you for listening to my short testimony, and God bless you.